Colossal bribery and fraud has engulfed the US Navy. That's according to prosecutors in the so-called Fat Leonard case, who've now revealed the true extent of the scandal. 440 personnel have been indicted, including more than 60 admirals and scores of officers. All of them are accused of sharing secret information in return for bribes, such as alcohol and prostitutes. But it's being treated as fraud, not espionage, while the identities of the people implicated are being held back, supposedly to avoid jeopardizing the investigation.
The release of such information would likely reveal sensitive details about the breadth and scope of the criminal investigation and pending cases.
RT's Caleb Maupin explains how the terms espionage and corruption appear to have been swapped in this inquiry.
So what did they do? Well, allegedly, they were seduced by Leonard Francis, a.k.a. Fat Leonard. He offered them booze, parties, luxury hotels, and cash in exchange for information about where U.S. Navy ships were going in the Pacific Ocean. He did this in order to earn contracts. Now, Fat Leonard, a.k.a. Leonard Francis, is in a San Diego jail. So giving away military information launched an inquiry into corruption. Now, these Navy officers admitted to giving away ship schedules, and they pleaded guilty to bribery. But leaking and giving up classified government information under U.S. law isn't called bribery, it's called espionage. Why is the Espionage Act not being applied to corrupt Navy officers? Christian Saucer took some photos with his cell phone in a classified area of a U.S. nuclear submarine. Nobody paid him anything, and he didn't leak them to anyone. He simply lost his cell phone. Well, he ended up getting sentenced to a year in prison. Now, his mother thinks her son got a raw deal.
In 2009, there was no cell phone ban on submarines at that time. Technology was new and didn't catch up. Navy hadn't caught up yet. I really have no doubt in my mind that it was a 22-year-old guy that wanted to take a picture.
He's proud of where he worked.
Yeah.
He took pictures, and the cell phones were allowed.
Now, when it comes to whistleblowers who reveal U.S. forces killing civilians or the NSA's massive surveillance, it doesn't take long for them to be charged with espionage.
A few months later, I started working at the agency.
Were you aware at the time, or did you?
So it looks like photographers without malintent and whistleblowers get hit with stiff penalties. But if you're a good old boy in the U.S. Navy brass and you trade military secrets for sex and cash, well, it looks like the stiff penalties just don't apply. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.